All right, I have not been live for a freaking quick minute. What's up, guys? I'm Chris. This is Fly Ride, and thank you guys for watching. We just hit 18K today. It's been a lot of hardcore work on YouTube here just to get things rolling. So, man, I just have you guys to thank. I've gotten so many awesome messages, emails. Oddly enough, I get hit up every single day, multiple times a day, about the YouTube channel, and I generally don't have those as comments on YouTube. So I encourage you, if you have anything to ask or anything like that, man, just post it all up here on YouTube. So I'm gonna talk a little bit just about kind of stuff that I have coming up here, and then after that, if there's any questions or anything, for sure, I'll dive into it. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Haven't been live for a good minute, like I said, and I look forward to doing that a whole lot more coming up here soon. So the latest stuff I've been talking about on the channel has all been about how to take my business, literally, like the title of this video is how to steal my business, and that's what I want. There's a lot of stuff that I'm talking about now that are tips and tricks and things that people can do that they can learn from the channel for free. Just show up, watch the latest uploads, comment, anything that you're looking to learn, just ask. And especially when I do polls or anything like that, I use that info, and I want to make videos specifically for the people that are asking. But if you use that information, you could absolutely do a little side hustle thing and earn some extra bucks doing this stuff. And it's crazy, but that's totally what I want people to realize about this whole custom lighting game thing, is that you could just be doing it as your own little side thing, and that's the best way that it works. It's not the best way to do this, like to have the overhead and the cool shop or anything like that. Like this shop for me, I love it because it's kind of like my little bat cave, you know, but it's not necessary for what most people would benefit the most from doing custom lighting. It's supposed to be like an at-home thing. I literally interview every chance I get. I interview the owners of other custom lighting companies, and all I want to know is, are they happy with how things have gone? And if they are, then cool. And if they're not, like, when was it that they were the most happy? And so if you have any questions, definitely post them up right now. Like, let me know anything that you'd want to know. Also, let me know where you're watching from, because I see a few guys that are on here right now. Like, I'm all about it. I love seeing that people watch this stuff. I do a lot of international business because of the GTRs, which is exciting because we get hit up from people all over the world daily, you know, and they're just like, hey, how much for this? How much for that? Thanks for the YouTube videos. Like, that's the coolest thing that we could get. But when it comes to doing any of this work at home, man, just ask me about it, because it doesn't matter where your home is at. Most of the suppliers are not near me, so they don't need to be near you. You know what I mean? You could be in Australia, you could be in Canada, you could be in Mexico, you could be in England, anywhere across the world. Like, we all have access to the same parts. Maybe not the same exact pricing, but if you play your cards right, it's not your money. Man, I don't spend my money on cool light parts, you know? I use the customer's money, and I just let them know what it's gonna cost. So let me check out a couple little things on here. What up, Fab and Focused? How you doing? So, Moval. What up, Edwin? You should roll up for Moval for sure. But you know, this is just something that for me, it's crazy, because I look back and I'm like, the way that I started this initially was just working from home, and then it turned into a full-time gig back in 2011, and I was able to kind of grow it a little bit more, and I kept it at home, and then I bought a house, and I was able to keep growing it, and just everything stayed home-based. And then after years and years of doing everything from home full-time, that's when I left the house. And like, it is honestly crazy how everything has gone ever since then. I love it, but at the same token, I aspire to bring this company back to my home and be able to do full-time content all the time, do cool builds, working with my friends that do YouTube and Instagram, and guys that own companies, and doing interviews with awesome people and showing off their car, sharing their stories, and focusing on other builders. That's what I want to see happen big time. So let's see. Luminous LEDs, what up, man? And we got Marine Customs. I love it. He says, I don't want to steal it. I want to help you grow. All right, so that's about the title. He's like, I don't want to steal your business. This is what's crazy is right now, every day we have people that hit me up. They'll email Kristen, and the two of us are constantly telling people no. Like, no, we don't want to do the custom job for you. Not because we don't want to, but because we can't. because there's only so many hours in the day. We can't just have people rolling through and like working on their cars and doing all of the stuff that takes all the time, because we're not gonna be able to put any content out if we're always working on cars. Like if I was wrenching on a car right now, I could not be live streaming for sure. I definitely could not be editing. Like that's hard for me to sit and take the time to edit, because I do all of it. I shoot it, I edit, I do the work, I talk, I try to deliver value on everything that I can. And there's no way if I'm taking all these different custom jobs that I'll be able to make the content for everybody as well. So I just want you to know, I do appreciate everybody that hits me up and says, hey, I saw your YouTube channel, good job with that, can you work on my lights? Like pretty much the answer across the board is no, I can't work on your lights, not because I'm too cool, not because like you're not good enough or your money's not good here, something like that, but because I want you to do it. And if you're not willing, I want there to be somebody that is watching this that will do it for you because of the content. That's really what I'm growing here. My boy Marine Customs just commented on here, and that's what he's doing. He's actually part of my Lightsman Academy group. That is just the culmination of all the things that I want to see happen, is the online training, people that really want to take it seriously. And my message for those guys is good news, you get to do it from home. If you already got a shop, dope, do it at your shop. But you know, what I want for myself is what I want for everybody else. That's to do something that's fun for you, it's enjoyable, it makes you money, you can set it to the side as you want to, you can focus on your family, focus on your hobbies, focus on whatever you want to do without it running your whole life. And like, hey, that's a really, really cool skill set that you can put to use if you are doing this on your own terms, you know? Like, I hate to be told what to do, I really do. I hate it so bad. I don't like to lie, I don't want to do the things that help me, you know, move forward with like taking shortcuts and things like that. And I think when you're working in a place and you're taking dollars for all those custom jobs, like, man, you have to do what that guy is asking about if you haven't specified way things are going to go off the bat. Last night I got a message on Facebook, and it's from a dude I've never talked to before, and I look at his profile, he's driving kind of an old school Ferrari, looks like, okay, I'm curious what this guy's going to ask me about. And so I responded, and he said that he's got a Lamborghini and he wants me to do some custom taillights. And that's honestly a great opportunity for me if it fits inside of my guidelines, right? Because I've done a Lamborghini and I've done custom taillights, the same ones he wants me to do, and he's across the country, and the Lamborghini I did was here in Southern California. And like, there's no way I could do for him what he wants me to do based on watching those videos of the Lamborghini work. Mainly because it was just crazy amounts of hours grinding, working on a car. And I can't package that up and ship it across the country, right? So I'm like, I don't know, bad news is, if you want to have me do it, it'd be like a $10,000 job. Like, I don't think you should do that. Let's do a watered down version so that we can make sure that it fits. I can make content about it. I can show other people how to modify their Lamborghini. Or if you're watching this and you're watching some of the other videos and you want to work on a Lamborghini, then dope. There it is. There's the content. I will just show you how to do it. You know, you don't have to pay to be in the Lightsman group. You don't have to be anybody that's supporting me in any way. I don't want anything from you, but I do want to put out killer content that teaches people how to do stuff. So this GTR stuff, that's why I'm putting it out there, because I know a lot of guys could be really servicing that community, and they've helped me big time, the GTR guys. So there's a lot I have to deliver on to that group, and I can't wait. I honestly am I'm over the moon excited about the stuff that's about to happen here at Flyride for the GTR community, as well as just all the other stuff I got coming up. Speaking of which, wow. My dude Isaac came by and he brought some kind of weathered 370Z headlights. So that'll be a new YouTube DIY that I walk you through how to open these things up specifically, what we do with them, just the little modifications, and a lot of that translates to other types of lights. So it'll be cool. What kind of lights, for the bunch of you guys that are watching this right now, what kind of lights would you like to see me give some DIY tutorials to? While you're writing about that, I'm gonna read some of these comments. And I will wrap up in just a second here, so I'm not trying to go for too long, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, man, I haven't done Luminous said it's been a while since a live feed. It has been. I love doing these things, but I don't want to do it and not put out any value, not actually do it. I don't want to just hop on and be like, hey guys, let's hang out. Like, I end up doing that, you know, but I've always said I need to get a beer sponsor before I can make that happen, because I'll sit and just talk until I'm slurring. So that could be hours, and I'm worried about you guys that would watch me talk for that long. Like, you've got better things that you could be doing. Taillights. Okay, you want to see more about taillights? I got you. JP, what's up, brother? Says, keep at it, love seeing you do some awesome work over the years, big inspiration. And so this is like a great example too. Like, JP's one of the most talented dudes with this whole custom animation, like doing all the crazy like ghost sequencers and all that. That's the stuff I want to teach about specifically, because you could be doing this stuff as a side hustle and you never ever, this is my advice for JP and anybody else that's watching that does this work. Like, you could be an amazing craftsman and screw yourself over every single time you get a job because you're doing it on other people's terms. Like, do it on your terms. I'm the talent. So check it out. If Flyride goes away tomorrow, because I got angry guys that are mad at me, like bad BBB ratings and stuff that I haven't even bothered with, because like, I don't know, I should bother with it. I really should. I don't want to make excuses, but replying to things when people are trying to drag you through the dirt and talk bad about you, it takes me into a place where I don't get to be creative and I don't get to be happy and do all that stuff. But my advice for anybody who is doing anything like me that is the talent, you're the thing. I'm Flyride. So if Flyride's called something different tomorrow, I'm still the company, you know? It's all based on the talent, my experience, these hands, right? So that gets scary, because what happens if I get hurt like recently when I had to have surgery? Like, that was crazy, right? My business shut down until I was back. Yesterday was my boy's 10th birthday. Guess who I cared about yesterday? I cared about my boy. That's what I did. I wasn't at work, you know, like orders were shipping out. Kristen was kicking ass and doing what she does, and emails were being answered and all that stuff was happening, but I wasn't here because I was focused on what I wanted to be doing. Family man for sure. That's just how it goes. So if you are the talent and you're the family man and it's your terms, you want to be doing things your way, why in the world would you do a job for less than you're willing to do it for? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you take dollars for something, to do something that you don't necessarily want to do just to get those dollars, if it's your side hustle? Like, it's your side hustle. You don't live on that money. You know, take care of your family and do all that stuff so that you're okay. But then that money that comes from the skill that you get from doing this stuff custom, like, man, you are the talent. You could be charging whatever you want. I told dude last night, your Lamborghini, if I had to do that job the same way, it costs you $10,000, right? I didn't say I don't want to do the job for you. I just said if you wanted me to do it, I would charge you like a ridiculous amount. Guess what happens when I have my Lightsman Academy guys graduating and going out there and making money, and I get to refer people to them, and the person says, no, I need you, I need Chris, the Flyride, the YouTube guy, to do my job. Like, honestly, if I have to take on a job where somebody's paying me a bunch of money to do it, and it's gonna be on my terms, and it's something that I'm like, hey, this would be good if I did it, if the money was right, then I should charge 3 times what I do right now. You know, and I don't have to feel bad about that, because if somebody really wants it to be me, the example I was talking with Kristen earlier about was, if you want to buy your girl a ring, you could just go down to the mall, or you could be smart and go to like the wholesale diamond spot, and you know, you can get all this stuff done for cheaper. But if you want to be like a baller and roll up to Tiffany or Cartier or whatever and get that special bag, you got that blue Tiffany bag or whatever, like, you're paying for brand, you're paying something special because you need it to be that. You need it to be a big deal so you can show off to whoever. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's brand. That's who you can be if you're, you know, if you're trying to create something of value. Like, you can't price things based on what dude down the street does. And so I've never done it. I've never looked at it like, hey, I'll price it for this because that guy said it'll be this much, but I'll beat that guy's price. Like, I don't even know that guy exists. And no offense to him, you know? Do your thing, bro. Like, price cheap, price expensive. Do you, kick ass. If you do good work, you deserve to win. You'll win, right? I'm gonna look right ahead and do me. And I think that that's what other people should be doing as well, if this stuff is your side hustle, you know? Because if it's something that's fun, but it bogs you down because you start taking on more work than you can possibly handle. JP, I'm talking to you, bro. Everybody else that takes on too much stuff because somebody sees your good work, and maybe it's something that was hardcore for you to do, and you're like, damn, I never want to do that again, but it looked so good, let me share it. Well, guess what's gonna happen now? Everybody's gonna want the thing you just showed them. You don't want people to do the work that's super cool and amazing, but it sucked and it hurt you financially to do, then don't show them. Just keep it a secret. You know what I mean? Like, why go wag it in front of their face and then be like, oh no, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm wagging stuff in front of people's faces right now because I want them to want it, and then I want them to get that from other people that have learned how to do it from me, right? Whether that's for free on YouTube or because they paid money to be part of my course, whatever. Like, I just want the whole chain of events to continue on because a lot of people are going to come to me for custom builds. And man, I want this stuff to continue. I want people to be more knowledgeable about it. I want there to be certain things done in the industry, policies that are kept in place, and contracts and things that protect you as a builder. And I want to see the builders stop making dumb-ass decisions and taking money for things that they don't want to do, or to do this free work for the thing that's going to be like, oh, it's going to change your business. No, it's not, bro. It's not going to change your business. It's not going to change your life. It's just going to be another hard-ass job. And if you undervalue yourself and your time, you're not going to get what you deserve. So, whew, I'm preaching. That's what I believe, man. That's what this is all about. I want people to appreciate amazing builders out there because there's so many guys out there that are just crushing. They're so good at it. And I just want to see as many people out there win as possible. There's way more people that want this kind of work than there are builders that can consistently do it and do a good job, do it on their terms, and not let it overwhelm them and just cave in on them. Because like, it's weight, it's hardcore. You take money for something, now you got to figure out how to do it. You got money over here, money over there, and you're having to figure out how are you going to get to everybody. You can't. You know what I mean? You can't do it. So you better make it worth your while, every single person that you take their money. And that is why I just say no. Because like, I can't make you happy. I've done it way too many times where I took money from somebody that I shouldn't have. I didn't make them happy, and it tied up all my time. I couldn't make any content that helped other people, and that would just happen. Like, I just wasted a huge amount of my life that didn't help anybody. So I'm gonna just keep preaching if I don't read some of these comments. So let's see what you gotta say. Wow, I've been going. That's why I love the live stream. Like, I won't stop. I swear I won't stop. If you make beer, you need to talk. You need to give me beer so I can just be drinking. And then I'll calm down, I'll get sleepy. All right, so let's see. Luminous LED says, will your courses go live to the public? To the public? Yes. To the public with dollars in hand? Yes. To the public that wants the free little mini version? Yes. But the whole big giant deal that's taken all my time to create and I'm basing my future on it, no, that will be a paid $500 course, which is a bargain when you consider telling you everything that I know about all this whole business, as opposed to just taking like 3 times that money to do a job for you. And you know, that's a different exchange, but it's scalable and I can continue to do it. All right, JP says, family first. Vincent says, congrats. Thank you, Vincent. And my boy that's gonna be doing his GTR, I love that. You said fan first too, so thank you much. Vincent asked a question, which product would you advise? I wanna build full LED taillight for a classic, but what kind of board should I use and what are they called? The taillight is flat. My advice is honestly, don't overthink it. Go with some angel eyes, go with some LED strips like from Diode Dynamics or somebody like that. They're just ungodly bright. Just keep it simple, man. Don't try to do it all. I don't recommend trying to do it all. The nice thing about those boards, the Diode Dynamics stuff, you've got power and ground. It'll give you running light, and then you hook up another wire, hook that up to the brakes. Now you got super bright mode for brake light, hook up another wire. Now it's going even insane brighter, but only for turn signal mode. So like, you could really dial things in sick with a few out of the box parts, and it'll cost you $100 or something like that. So do that, especially on taillights. You don't need anything crazy. That was Vincent. Now, Mr. Dave. Dave is dope too. If you guys don't know, Dave is one of the most talented Genesis coupe builders out there, period. Tape skills, ooh, on point. Dave, I'm a fan. So let's see what you ask. Because of you, back in late 2010, early 2011, it got me into doing the Hyundai Genesis stuff up here. See what I'm saying, guys? In Ontario, Canada. I'm sure you've seen some of my stuff was going crazy busy with it. That's because you were super dope at it. Then expanded to other lights and builds and folded it all up. Realized the fun was gone because I was doing the jobs on their terms. Bow! I love it. That's the best thing I could hear, man, because it's so true. Like, you're doing something amazing, you pick up steam, you keep doing it, you get better at it. This is one of my parts of the course I'll just give you for free right now. Like, dude, just do the same job over and over again. Be the best guy at that job. Dave was the best guy at Genesis taillights, just period. He crushed it, he killed it. And then Dave decided to start taking money from other guys for other cars that he wasn't the master of. Every time you take on a new job that you're not the master of, you don't know where every bolt is. You can't do it in your sleep like I can do GTR lights, you know? But like those 370Z lights, I've done 3? No, 2. Like, I don't know, I might like screw up or something. I opened up some WRX headlights the other day with Dustin Williams when he was over here. I realized I have never opened these headlights. That is pretty weird stuff. So I didn't know where all the extra stuff was. I was doing a job, you know, I was installing a part I'd never installed before, and like, it's hard. So the point is, if you're the master at one thing, continue to be the master at that one thing. Like, you'll win. And you could stay right in that little thing, and because you're the master, you're like, yo, here's what I charge, here's how much it'll cost, here's how long it'll take, and if it doesn't, then like, either way, you're kind of waiting for me, you came to me, right? Like, do it on my terms. Let's talk about contracts real quick. Like, it's basic. If you've ever been to court, you have a piece of paper, it says in scribbled pencil writing and like just a janky pen signature, I'm gonna do this, dude's gonna pay me that, we agree, name, date, sign, you're good. Like, you're good. It's not gonna go away. Set your terms. And don't be basic like that. Like, write it out. It's simple. Like, I'm gonna do this for you. Like this Lamborghini guy, I'm gonna do this job for you, these taillights, they're gonna come out sick. It will work, it will be great. I don't know exactly how much work is gonna be involved when it comes to mounting it on the car since I don't have access to it. But if I spend 20 hours on that job and I'm valuing those 20 hours at X amount, then that money is mine once I put those 20 hours in. Even if you have a hard time, you get a flat tire one day, you decide you're short on money, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have bought these taillights, I should just cancel that deal. Nope, you're not gonna cancel anything because that time has been put in by a professional, and it feels much better if I give this scenario when I'm not talking about me because I kind of sound full of myself. I'm a little bit full of myself, but that's because people always tell me awesome compliments, and I love you guys. And thank you again. I haven't mentioned it again. Thank you again for 18,000 subscribers. That's crazy. I saw this channel going stagnant and not growing, and then I do a collaboration with some big famous internet famous guy, and boom, it'd go up, and it wouldn't grow, and it wouldn't grow. And I looked and I was like, I'm not giving people awesome value with the videos. I was taking bad advice from somebody that said, just make sure you look cool. Like, that is very dumb. This isn't about me, it's about you. So I want this video, this YouTube channel to remain about you and what you benefit from watching it. And so it's been cool watching it grow now in between those collaborations. And now when I do the collaborations, they're really fun. So I was so pumped reading Dave's comment. I just went on a fatty tangent, and that's what I do. So let's see, JP says, good advice. Dave says, it killed everything for me. Listen to Chris. Do it on your terms, not the customer. They came to you because of your skill. Don't sell yourself short. My dude gets it, 100%. Dave should get back into it and do it on his terms because he'd still crush it. Like, it's a switch. It's a switch. Like, check this out. See this? Now it doesn't look as cool in here because I flipped that switch. Now it looks cool because I flipped the switch. Like, that's your business. That's your side hustle. Flip the switch, take on a customer. All right, you're ready to go on vacation or do something else. You won't want all that pressure. Like, flip the switch, turn it off. Come back to it. It's you. You're the talent. You're the reason that there's anything there in the first place. So I couldn't possibly impress this enough. Like, I will annoy you because of how often I'm going to be talking about this. Your terms, if you're the talent, you're the guy, or if you're the customer and you don't like the fact that homeboy says it's $1,500 for this or $3,000 for that, like, that's what it is, dude. You don't have to like it. Like, you don't have to buy it. It's unnecessary. Guess what happens when the economy tanks out? Guess how many people are going to be lining up to get super cool, unnecessary headlights? Freaking nobody, because it's not necessary. Like, you don't have to do this stuff. Like, I'm realistic about that what I do for a living is I cater to rich guys. They're probably going to be hurting bad if the economy tanks out. And then what? Like, oh, you don't want to spend $8,000 unnecessarily on your $100,000 car? Like, man, I'm shocked. Like, no, I'm not. Obviously, they don't need to spend that money, and things get shrunken in and tight because of the economy. Like, no one's gonna be buying crazy ass lights. So putting your whole life on the line, your family, I got 2 kids and a wife, and I got cats, all right? I gotta make sure I can feed my cats. So I'm telling you, Dave's stuff makes me excited. He's super good. All right, Eddie Z says, do you make lights for 2003 Tahoe? No, sir, I do not. Eddie Z says, a lot of us do. Boom, listen to Robert Apple, because he says, Eddie Z, a lot of us do. You know what I'm saying? There's guys out there. You don't need me. Robert Apple, so he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Eddie Z. And JP says, what would you advise if it's the main hustle versus a side hustle? Don't do the main hustle if you're not happy, don't do it. Like, life is short, dude. Go eat shit, fall over yourself, failing, trying to learn what's good for you and what you do a good job excelling in and makes you the most happy and lit up about it. Like, I like video. I don't know if you've noticed, but like, I'm pumped right now. I love doing this. I want to do live every day. It doesn't make sense to do it every day right now. That's why I haven't done it for a long time. But I'll do it more if you want me to. You guys just have to actually watch and show up. And you're here right now, so you guys are awesome. But yeah, if it's your main hustle and you're not hacking it, bro, like, work somewhere safer and do this as a side hustle. And I promise, if you do a good job as a side hustle and you don't make dumbass decisions and you don't take on jobs you shouldn't do, you don't overwhelm yourself and you're not doing it for the money, you're doing it because you're super creative and you're awesome. JP, you are super awesome at what you do, bro. Like, I don't know why you would ever sell yourself short. I certainly don't want to for myself, so I wouldn't tell you to do that either. Like, don't worry about anybody else, just you. Don't ask for advice, find what fits. Tell 15 guys no because you want this one thing, a certain amount. And when that 16th guy comes in and he pays that amount and the other 15 guys didn't, guess how much time you've wasted trying to play by someone else's rules? Like, none. You just waited until the guy came to you. Don't chase the money, dude. The money will run from you if you chase it. And that's never been more true than in the lighting game. And then Cedric says, like me, I need projects done. Word. All right. Robert Apple says, I'm pretty sure he does or has. I don't, though. I don't. Last time I did Tahoe lights was 2003. So, yeah. What work I did in 2003, it wasn't the coolest work. I did this. I used to, woo. Oh, I can't. I was going to turn these on and show you guys. I did these. See them? You can't see them. I made angel eyes back in the day, and I put them on a Tahoe, and that was cool, but yeah. Anyway, I need to sit my ass back down and read some of these things because I just got too excited. Every time Dave said anything, you see me light up? I was pumped. All right, go back to Tahoe stuff. I seriously don't, though. I don't want to. No, thank you. Watching from New Jersey. I don't know what that was. Watching from New Jersey. I've done custom turn signals for a Celica ST back in 2009, figuring things out by myself back when LED strips were starting to get noticed and the R8 came out. People were going nuts. You know what's cool is that there's a YouTube channel, which maybe I'll reach out to you guys and I'll ask you to maybe rally the troops or something like that. But there's a YouTube channel of a dad and son. I'm like massively inspired because I'm gonna start a YouTube channel with my son as well. And it's called What's Inside. And they're crushing it. They're just huge. I just saw them at Vid Summit when I was in LA for this 4-day video conference thing, and it was sick. And the dad talked on stage, and they cut things in half and they see what's inside. It's super basic idea. But what I realized was I've got an Audi R8 headlight that's brand new, well, not brand new, it's perfect condition. It hasn't been messed with or anything. It's never been open. And I was like, why don't we cut that thing in half with what's inside? That would be super cool. And then get an Audi R8 to come pick us up and take us for a ride. They're fun cars to drive. I drove one when I did one years ago, and it was a peppy little car, kind of a chick car, but I don't know, whatever. Anyway, the R8 started it all. So if you think about these things that are happening right now, trends and things like that. Customer was here yesterday, Silver. Woo, Silver's the man. He came by and bought a bunch of LED bulbs. He's got a GTR. He rolled up in his Range Rover. It has angel eyes. Guess what? It wasn't a BMW. It was a Range Rover, right? All the cars out there that have little LED strips, like all of them, yeah, they're not Audis. They're just every car out there. So your Chargers, your Camaros, all these different cars with angel eyes, they're not BMWs. This whole like, oh no, you gotta be vanilla. Like if it's not BMW, you can't have angel eyes. Like, Who cares? If it's what you like, do the BMW angel eye rings on your Volkswagen or your Honda or your Lamborghini. Like, I don't want you to, but like, if you really want to put angel eye rings on your Lamborghini, then go for it. Maybe I'll help. I don't know. Maybe I won't. But you got to do you. And that's how all this stuff works is along with doing things on your terms. One bit of advice that I have is if you're building lights for yourself, do you. Do what's going to make you happy. If you're building them for somebody else, do not do you. Do them. You know, let them know what their options are. If you can do angel eyes and LED strips and all the, make it a circus and that's what everybody loves and you're willing to do it, then do it. But don't say, no, angel eyes are stupid. I'm not gonna do those for you. Like, cause you're kind of cutting yourself short. And the money's there if you're willing to just master that job and get really good at it. So I think if you wanna do things with LED strips, don't worry about somebody saying, oh, those are just for Audis. Like, you know, that's what Vega Motorsports or Motorworks said, is that people were going nuts over the Audi R8s when LED strips were out. It's crazy. Vincent said, thank you for the advice. Robert Apple says, not sure if this was mentioned. Where do we sign up and when is this? I think you're talking about the course. You can just go to lightsman.com and there's some information there that you can send us an email, let us know, and then when we do open enrollment again for the second wave of guys to come in, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna open the doors, open indefinitely, as the course is 100% buttoned up. So, see, Dina's Garage, I wanna build headlights for my S2000. I've done retrofits on Civic before. What would you recommend? Not jewel eye, because that's a big, nasty job. A lot of people wanna do that. I recommend if you got an S2K, do an AP2 setup, get some clear STIR, or what is it? Are they, they're not STIR lenses, they're freaking, I don't know, TSXR or something like that. There's some stupid little lenses that are crystal clear, and the S2000 AP2 projectors are dope, so might as well use what you got, make it a little bit better. Just keep it basic, I don't know. Don't ask me, I'm over people wanting overbuilt lights all the time. Vega Motorworks again says, people were going nuts over my custom made turn signal with individual drilled and glued 5mm LEDs from the inside. That's some VIP JDM stuff right there, bro. I know, because I was doing the Superflux stuff forever, which is kind of the big brother of that. We've got some thumbs up, some hearts, and some hands shaking going on from Baksh. What's up, Baksh? Hope I didn't butcher that. Square body tails, cough. I don't know, man. I gotta be honest with you. Like, I'll probably never do the square body stuff. I don't know. I'd rather just tell you. Maybe years from now. Let's make sure that I've got other stuff handled first. Luminous LED says, best way to make a successful business is to specialize, be the best at one thing only, and people will pay what they need to get the best. True story, and that doesn't mean I'm the best headlight maker. No, you're not. I'm not. I don't know anybody that I would say, that guy's the best headlight maker. Like, I'm not super professional, right? Like I say, dude, I say, bro, I don't care if you've got $1 million. I don't care if you've got $5. I'm gonna treat you the same because that's who I am all the time, right? If you meet me in the street, you meet me at the shop, you meet me at a car show, I'm the same dude that you're talking to right now, right? Always. That is not a lot of people that I've met in the YouTube scene. And then some of them are just, it warms my heart when I realize that, like, that guy's really freaking cool. He's just a really good dude, and he's out there and making content, and like, he deserves to win, and he's winning, and I'm pumped for him. So a lot of my buddies out there, that's why I support them and I do the jobs that I do with them. And you know, I love it. I love the whole being real thing. So yeah, if you're being the best at the Nissan Maxima taillights, then like, own it. That's you. You know, somebody else says, hey, how much for this job? Because this other guy's doing it. It's like, you should probably go to that guy if you're needing to pay for something that's less than I charge, right? Because if they're coming to you because you're the man or whatever, then like, good, be the man. Charge what the man charges, right? And Leon, any way of making your normal tails sequential without adding LED? Kinda, that's what I'm gonna do with the Lamborghini. I'm gonna just add LED bulbs, then I'm gonna put timers individually on them, only on the turn signal circuit. This is geek talk, but just telling you, timers on just the turn signal circuit, even though it's shared with the brake circuit and the running light circuit, it gets kind of dicey. So I'm gonna run diodes and send this channel over here for turn signal only, and that over there, and that'll be brake light and running light. Nerd talk. I don't know. a lot of this stuff I only learned by doing too, so I don't know, like, I didn't go to electrical engineering school, like, not a big fan of school, honestly. Any way of making your normal tail sequential, that's what I just read. Sup, bro, from NZ, what up, though? What up? Is that Dub? I almost said duh. What up, Dub? JL Fitment, how much is selling yourself short? You tell me, bro. What's enough money to do something that you don't want to do? I'd just like to say no instead of like trying to figure it out and forcing myself to do something I don't want to do. But I mean, specifically selling yourself short, like you should be charging hundreds of dollars. This is like, all right, course insight number 2. If you're gonna look at the world as a dollars per hour thing, like you're not a, thoroughbred entrepreneur. Like that's just not the way things work. Like value, that's what matters. Be a person of value. That's some Einstein stuff right there. Like, don't worry about being successful, worry about being valuable. Like if you're valuable, like the money will come because of that, right? But in a very practical terms, to break it down into the, like I'm watching the clock go and therefore I'm earning my money, like as an artist, it doesn't really work that way. I worked really hard on that painting. Doesn't mean anybody wants to buy it. I worked really hard on those headlights. Doesn't mean anybody wants to buy it. You know what I mean? I worked really hard doesn't mean that you're worth anything. But a lot of people that are gonna buy this stuff understand the dollars per hour thing. So, and by the way, I'm not talking shit on if that's your way to think, like for sure, like it has to make sense somehow. So if I tell you $5,000 for something that cost me like $93 in parts, then like you're really paying for that Tiffany bag on that job, right? Versus some guy tells you that he'll charge you $100 to do that job and it costs $93 in parts. When I used to make those angel eyes back in the day, the reason Flyride actually became Flyride was because I had this little thing called halos.biz and I was making angel eyes and it cost me $35 to make them and I was selling them for 40 bucks. So like that was dumb, right? And I was just doing it because it was cool and I wanted to cover my costs and like buy a burger or something, right? I was like 19, I was an idiot. And people were like, yeah, you're gonna have to charge more money if you want to keep selling those angel eyes. And I want you to keep selling those angel eyes because I want you to make some for me for my car. And so that's how Flyride came to be. People saw what I was doing, they liked it, they said charge more, I charged more. It all of a sudden made sense to me to keep doing it. And circling all the way back, what's selling yourself too short? Break it down to a dollar per hour amount that isn't good enough. You know, like if 10 bucks an hour is not good enough for you to flex your creative muscles and you know that job took you 10 hours to do it and you only charge 10 bucks an hour, so you made 100 bucks in 10 hours, I'm sorry. I'm super sorry, like, cause man, you should be making 50 bucks an hour minimum on this type of stuff. If you don't suck, if you suck and you're learning, do it for free. I don't care how much you make if you suck, like get good at it, learn, do better, do more jobs, build a portfolio, create value, like help people out, make cool things for this guy's car show or his shop or whatever, just do something good. And then that becomes valuable. And then when you tell the guy that you're worth 50 bucks an hour and he's like, no, you're not, then it's like, cool. Like, thanks for stopping by, thanks for the DM or for the email or the call or whatever it is. Don't let him continue to waste your time past that point. Don't try to sell the unsellable, right? I definitely, when I look at all the things that I should be doing or could be doing, I have to put a really high dollar per hour mark on just as like kind of a North Star to say like, hey, if that's not 180 bucks an hour work, like I can't do that because I know I'm not gonna focus on that thing for 8 hours straight, right? So if I'm really trying to make less money than 180 bucks an hour, but I really know it's gonna take me 3 days of doing it and I'm gonna tell this guy it's gonna be a 6-hour job or something like that, that's me telling him that 3 days of my time is worth that money. Versus saying like, oh, I'm 20 bucks an hour, so 20, okay, 120 bucks, like that's not a good way to price things. So it's gotta be based on value. You're selling an end product. You're selling custom work. PayPal, for example, does not cover chargebacks when you're like, oh, this guy made me stuff, but it doesn't work on my car right, so I'm gonna do a chargeback. Guess what? If you invoiced that guy and it said it was custom work, he voluntarily had me do things that nobody in this world actually needs to have done, and I paid him money for it, and now he's just trying to cancel out of it, guess what? They don't cover his back because it's not an off-the-shelf part, which is rightly so, and most people get screwed by that and they have chargebacks happen because they don't know that they're worth that money. Like, you worked for it, you earned it. If you gotta fix it, fix it. But don't let some jerk tell you that you're not worth the time that you spent. Like, yes, you are. Just be smart about it and use contracts, because those are dope. Let's jump back into some questions. All right, we've got, wow, more questions. So that was a tangent, as always, about selling yourself short. And what's this, Hankins boot? Or something's boot? H's boot? How would you deal with CAN bus dash errors when using LEDs? I'm not a good guy to ask. I hate that stuff, honestly. CAN bus and things. Oh, this is how I deal with it. Oh, you have a BMW? No, I'm not gonna work on your car because your car is too smart. The guy with the Lamborghini, it sucks because I'm like, I really want to work on your car, but your car's so smart, it's gonna fight me tooth and nail. So sometimes you use a contract that says you might get a dash light because your car is smart, and I'm not the guy that engineered it, so can't give you everything. Do you do Toyota Aristo chasing lights? I don't, but I can. So maybe I'll do something about that in the future, just because that's a really popular like front clip that gets brought over, and I don't know, I think that it's definitely a cool car, so I'm into it. I like 2Js. Maybe go live earlier on the day. It's almost 1 a.m. here. Just stayed up to see this live stream. Dude, thank you, Vincent, for staying. It's freaking awesome. Spoopy ghosts. All right. And Dina's Garage, thumbs up, love it. Luminous, be the best at GTR lights. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to make other people the best so they could fire me. Steal my business, just like the title says. Let's see, is that Gabi? What up, Gabi? Do the Ghost modules always need to be compiled to hex from Ghost module server, then flash to Ghost module when you made a custom sequential pattern? Yes. Like, you gotta make the file, then you upload the file, and that's it. Can you guys give me thumbs up? Because I got a bunch of people watching, and I never ask, so like, let's see that number, just thumbs up. That's Ghost module information. I'm gonna do a lot more in-depth on-screen video of what it looks like when you're making the patterns. I was lazy, I had Jack do a lot of that stuff and kind of gave that to him. I was like, cool, man, this is your thing, do you. Like, make cool patterns, because you're really good at it. Reality is, I should have been doing that stuff a long time ago so I could be teaching you about it, because Ghost, just really cool guys. I want to see them just absolutely explode and make a lot more for this awesome tool that they've given us, all of us, to make all these awesome custom projects. So this is don't call to come back. What? Okay. I always tell my friend who does work for me, give me the price, not the friend price, the nice price. I value your work, charge me for your work. Nope, not at all, you rock, man. I do? Thank you. That was Mr. Cuts. No, Mr. Cuts, you rock, sir. All right, I'm going home now, guys. Typical BMW, yeah, that's what it is. It just sucks, you know? So any last questions before I go? Where's Jack? He left the company right after I hired Kristen. He'd been wanting to go back to school and do a bunch of stuff, so he pieced out and he's doing Jack things. So good luck for Jack. And yeah, anybody else? Questions before I go? All I gotta say as a closing note is I've got a video coming up showing a house that I'm thinking about. I'm looking at the possibility of taking my business and my house and combining them as like this super cool thing and making it all content driven to where I'm able to bring it back home, because I don't want to do custom installs on the public's car. Just, you know, roll up and I wrench on your car. Like, not down for that anymore. I really think that we can do something cool together. So I'm bringing you guys on a little tour, showing you this amazing place that I found, and it's got an attached part of the house where I can have people working and locking up even if I'm not there. It's amazing. It's this big giant house. It's beautiful, and it costs less money than my shop and my house combined right now. So it's something I really want to see happen. It would be amazing. Sorry, I just kicked that thing, my bad. Am I hiring? I am not, sir. Would I do Evo 8 or 9 headlights, wanting projectors for high beam, as well as Demon Eye, Angel Eye, and LED turn signals? Maybe. I think I've definitely got some Evo 8 and 9 stuff still in the works. Sequential turn signals. Oh, sequential turn signals. Maybe. I've kind of done enough of those, though, I gotta be honest. Thanks for the vid, bro. Oh, this is Dave saying, thanks for the vid. Even though I don't do this anymore, for now, You know what I'm saying? For now, I like that part. Still good to see this stuff. Wishing the best for you. Thanks, man. You guys are awesome. All right, well, I will let these last couple comments roll in as I clean up, and I gotta go home. So I talked too long. It's already late. I got a weekend and a family, and I will see you guys soon. If you want more lives, please go through my videos and just comment that you want some live stuff. That would be great. So you guys all rock. Thank you so much again for 18,000 subscribers. That's cute. That's just huge. It's killer. It's the coolest thing to see those numbers continue to rise every day. I check them kind of like nonstop because I'm into it. I love the video thing. I like the live video, and I will see you guys not live, but I'll see you in the next one. Lots of cool stuff coming. Lots of cool little secrets I'm exposing out there, and then we'll go live again soon. All right, adios.